Hello, family. We are back together again. Hello. We missed y'all. I am Brother Incognito, and I am here chilling once again with Sister Anonymous.
What up, dog?
Yeah, fam. So we were just sitting around talking about some of the political platforms of the politicians in these upcoming presidential debates. And as these Democratic candidates are out here in the American landscape, pandering and politicking and applying wicked policy. So I, myself, Brother Incognito, I lean more so toward the side of conservative independent or independent conservative, which means I do not attach myself to any political party. I examine each point independently, individually, and I found myself to be quite on the conservative side as it pertains to many of the issues. And so I engaged Sister Anonymous on one of the platforms, and we were talking about abortion. So we are going to present to you a little rant called the Reproductive Rights Rant as it pertains to the concept of abortion as a political policy for the upcoming campaign, as well as a concept of consideration just for our regular earthly existence. So you got anything you want to contribute, Sister Anonymous, before we let this little rant roll?
Hey, like I was saying before about abortion, it's all about circumstances of it. I don't approve of women out here just doing it like it's a fashion statement, you know, oh, I'm pregnant, oh, let me get rid of it because I don't want it. But under certain circumstances, you know, I'm with it.
Well, we have two political opinions on the table, so this ought to be fun, family. So sit back, enjoy. This is CARNAL, Chronicles Commentaries, with your brother Incognito and your sister Anonymous. We love y'all. Enjoy. So when we were talking about the political affiliation of black people. And so I was saying to you, you know, a lot of us come under or believe we are democratic. But in fact, as a people, we actually are very conservative, right?
Yeah.
And so I asked you about abortion, you know, just to start off a list of some of the principles that Democrats try to proliferate. And we were talking about a woman exercising her reproductive rights. And so, yeah, I'm with that. Exercising your reproductive rights, having the right to choose what to do with your body in the context of being pregnant or having children. And so, in the conversation of abortion, you are exercising your reproductive rights as a woman by the choice, and that's the key word, is always the key word, your choice as to whether or not, as a woman, you submit yourself to the act of becoming pregnant. So the woman's choice is, I am not going to be a part of the intimate act which will cause me to become pregnant. That's a choice. She maintains that right. That is a conscious exercise. I'm not dealing with no men, no dudes. I'm not engaged in that act. My mind is on my education, or my mind is on my business, or I had a bad relationship, whatever the case may be. She disengages herself from sex, right? Now, the other side of exercising your reproductive right is this woman say, hey, I'm trying to get him on. I'm attracted to this dude. This dude gave me some money. I'm in love, whatever the case may be. Now she engages herself she engages with a dude. Boom. Now, we only talking about the intimate act because you engage in the intimate act more than you become pregnant, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so, even when you do that, a woman is still exercising her right because she can employ some type of birth control, right?
Yeah.
So, she is in control of this whole interaction that will cause birth to happen. One, either not engaging. Two, she is engaging, but she's protecting herself from pregnancy, right?
Yes.
Now, boom, abortion. Oh, a woman, you a man, you shouldn't have no right to tell a woman what she can do with her body. That's her body, and if she don't want to have a baby, that's her choice. And then they try to put all type of justifications on it. Oh, it's not a baby, it's not life, it's whatever they say. Okay, woman's pregnant. She's pregnant, so that means something. So I'm gonna step off pregnant. Now, they always throw in the rape. Oh, if she was raped, she should be able to get rid of the baby, so forth and so on. Okay, that's that special extenuating circumstance where the consideration may be justified. You feel me on that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Gotcha. So, let's take that minuscule percentage of pregnancy by rape and we take that off the table. We're still in the 96th percentile of pregnant women walking around, right?
Yes.
Who were exercising their reproductive right, engaging in the act to bring forth life, and now they're in the midst of it in whatever degree. One day pregnant, 35 weeks pregnant, and, 6 days. This baby about to fall out. So now, with abortion, the mentality of the women who considered the abortion after engaging in the intimate act, and the consequence now is pregnancy. Life has jumped off. You gotta say, I'm pregnant, or the life bringing forth life in pregnant must be attached. That must be the first definition of pregnant. Pregnant, getting ready to bring forth life. From the moment of conception, which is what? Is that when the sperm meet the egg? Is that when the egg divide? Is that when the egg attached to the uterine wall? At what point in time is conception? Conception is the beginning of life. So we're dealing now with woman engaged in sex. Circumstance of that engagement is pregnant. Pregnant means getting ready to bring forth life after the conception of the sperm and the egg meeting. Life means alive, right? Now, where do they want to start playing the game? Well, it's just an egg, and it ain't no form, ain't nothing there, right? Well, most of the time, you don't even know you pregnant at that stage, do you? You have to have, is it a symptom that happens? Oh, yeah, of course it's a symptom. You miss your cycle. You roll up, cycle. Dang, my cycle chain broke. What's up? My cycle got a flat tire. So you go to the shop, be like, yo, doc, my cycle messed up. Check it out. Check my chain. Make sure the ball bearings and the handlebars is good. My seat's tight because my cycle ain't right. Doc come back, yo, chick, you 9 weeks pregnant. Congratulations. Now, that's when your face get tore. Only if your face get tore up, only if you wasn't trying to get pregnant, right? If you one of them chicks, oh, we've been trying to have kids for 10 years. Oh my God. Different, right?
Yeah.
You bonquisha, you go to work every day. You know, you let Ray Ray hit it way back. Y'all was drinking, smoking, whatever. Next thing you know, bye. You're like, dang, I'm 9 weeks pregnant. That's 2 months, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't showing nothing. Wasn't really, you know, you may have been off, whatever. You could have said, oh man, it's just been hot this summer, so I'm just off. Nah, and then you pregnant. Okay, so now, 2 choices jump off for you. Am I gonna keep this baby, or am I gonna maintain this pregnancy, which is continuing to grow this life? Or am I going to terminate this pregnancy? Still exercising reproductive rights, right? All right. So I don't know why women be talking about men is in this and this, because the only thing a man done done in this all the way to this point is drop the sperm, right? We ain't even discussed the depth of whatever that relationship was. We just talking about this woman now 2 months pregnant. So, you talking about abortion. Quisha sitting at the doctor's table, she like, I can't have this baby, I'm not ready. I didn't really like to do, just finished my little college CNA course, whatever. Now, the choice has been made. She's gonna terminate the pregnancy. Right there is the end of all her reproductive rights. Guess what just occurred? When she found out she now 2 months pregnant, the baby, the child, the aspiring person in her body just gained all full rights of life. You feel me? Now, we dealing with 2 people. One person that's in their development and growth, and the other person who is now dealing with the circumstance of that development and growth as a result of her submitting herself to the sexual act. I say all that to simply say, abortion, termination of pregnancy is a simple, wicked, and one of the worst acts of a woman against her own child. She is now getting ready to wield in the spirit of murder her reproductive right, which now only extends to the fact that she is a vessel for impending life. You know what I'm saying?
So what if pregnancy was out of the form of a violent rape or something?
Remember, way back, I had covered the violent rape or rape. We moved that. We can give women getting pregnant by rape a 10 percentile, right? I'll give you 10%, even if that's high, low, whatever. We'll say 10%. Take the 10% off the table. These women over here, they were violently raped, they got pregnant. It's justified with no problem if they determine they don't want to have that baby. Cool, bam, they over there. The other 9 of y'all out of them 10 are pregnant because y'all had sex willingly and got pregnant. So now, abortion and termination of pregnancy is murder. And I'll take the murder and put it on a hypothetical act, right? Here's the hypothetical act. Bonquisha just found out she's 2 months pregnant. She's in a daze, and now she's leaving the doctor's office to go to her car and, go home and consider her considerations of what she gonna do. She's outside of the doctor's office. Some homeless dude walk up to her, ask her for some change. She's like, oh man, I ain't got no change. He gets violent, pushes her down. She hits the ground, whatever, roll around, she's hurt. He runs off. She called the police come there, they ask her if she all right. She's already at her doctor's office still, right? She goes back in. The doctor checks her out. Now, less than 3 hours after he done told her she 2 months pregnant, her baby has miscarried, right? You feel me on that hypothetical? The police run down the block, they find the old dude, the homeless guy. She say, yeah, that was him. They take him to jail. When he go to court, will he be responsible for causing the act of her losing her baby? Yes? Okay. Did he commit an act of manslaughter which resulted in the death of that unborn child? Okay. If he would have killed her, he would have been charged with 2 murders, correct? Okay. So dig this. She was only 2 months pregnant. She didn't know nothing or feel nothing before she came to the doctor that day just to find out why she feeling this way. So for 59 days, she was growing this life. Go to the doctor, he say you pregnant. She come outside, something happened. Go back to the doctor, she done miscarried. The person who caused that is responsible for the death of her baby. Is that right?
Yes.
So, when that baby becomes fixed to the interior of that woman, that is the same as any person walking around outside. When a woman submits herself to terminate that pregnancy, she's committing a willful act of murder. Murder is illegal. Abortion is illegal, except outside of those extenuating circumstances, right? I can't go outside and shoot people and just be murdering people, right? But if somebody come through this window while I'm in my house and I decide to shoot them 60 times, I'm justified for that extenuating circumstance, correct? Okay. Abortion is murder. A woman's reproductive rights ends as soon as that next life begins. She is no longer in control of her body after she submitted her body to bring forth life willingly. You feel me on that? That's real, people will fight, spit at you, and call you all kind of names. That's not even a conservative view. That is simply, you got pregnant, now you making a justification to kill your baby. I wasn't supposed to be messing with Rico, he married, and nah, whatever, because you got to do something in your soul while you laying on that table destroying your own self, because that's your baby. That's your baby that you let yourself have. Now, for your own selfish reasons, you saying, nah, baby, you can't come into this world. Now you tell me how you feel about that.
One of the doctors said that baby got, a lot of issues going on, and, the quality of life of this child would not be good.
Okay.
It suggests to abort the baby.
Okay. So now we gonna put another percentage on that. Out of 10 women, you already have one who got raped and she pregnant. You took her off to the room, special circumstance, right? You want to take a whole nother 10% of women who fall into the category you just said, she can go off into that room over there, right? You still got 8 pregnant chicks there. You want to put a circumstance on the rest of them 8 and take all the women off the table and justify abortion outright for any reason? Oh, she fall in circumstance 1. Oh, she fall in circumstance 2. Oh, she fall in circumstance 3. Okay, circumstance 10. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all will create a circumstance to justify you not wanting to have this baby. And one of them could be the dude pressuring you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, no. I already got 6 kids. Oh, girl, we was just messing around. Oh, girl, I'm pregnant. I'm gay. Whatever. Are y'all creating a circumstance, a justification, where you can put all women into it, and now, whatever. Oh, you pregnant, you want to have abortion? Go ahead. You circumstance 6. Go over there. How that work? Because on the spiritual level, if you are a spiritual being and you attach to some type of spiritual power, you know in your soul, down in the chambers of your essence, you doing wrong. Hell, you know you doing wrong when you was getting them on. Right? So, all right, family, that was just a little conversation piece as it pertains to some of the platforms of politics we are discussing. So I fall on the side of being an independent conservative, and I'm testing various so-called African Americans on their democratic loyalty politically. So we'll be back at y'all again. We love y'all.